Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Whole Lotta Podcast. This is your host, Ebenezer Ojo.
Hope out of bio.
Thank you guys so much for
tuning
in. Yeah, Hope, what you got on?
Got that real one. That loyalty over everything.
Shout out to
Randy.
Shout out to Randy.
Hey, you guys need to go. You guys
y'all need to go cap this. Y'all need to go cap this. It's actually a really nice.
It's really good material.
And
it's amazing.
If you're into your faith and stuff, he has scripture on it too.
Yep, Proverbs 3:3.
Yep.
So he's amazing. It's literally one of my most favorite sweaters to wear.
And it's really comfy too. I have a brown one. Yeah, if you watch some of the other episodes, I wear it. It's nice. It's actually really warm too. And the nice thing about the sweater is that it's not something that's gonna be super baggy. It's like it fits. It's
well.
fitting.
It fits well.
So because
it could really put a fit on too.
You could put a fit on with it. Cause some sweaters are too baggy, so
weird. No.
You can't really like style it well. But this is fire.
Yeah,
Shout out Randy. Shout out Randy.
For real.
How was your week, Hope?
I'm happy. The week started off well.
You know, let's not BS.
Let's just go straight
to the chase.
Let's go straight to the chase.
So as of right now, 2024.
Mr. Trump is back in office.
Donald J. Trump was elected our president. 47th, I believe. 47th president.
47.
Of the United States of America.
Amen.
That has been quite the adjustment. I haven't really made any posts or comments about it.
Which is a good thing. No,
yeah, that's good. That's good. I just feel like this dude, he's trying to throw subliminal. I just feel like it's just an interesting
Before we even continue, let's just preface. Anything that has been said today is from an opinion based.
Yes, opinion based.
This is
allegedly.
This is our opinion. We are not we're not into politics. We're not into law.
We're not affiliated with any side.
Nothing. Don't come at us because of our personal opinions. Okay, got that out of the way. Yep. Second thing, when we're having this conversation about Donald Trump and
Kamala
Harris.
Kamala Harris.
It has nothing, especially with Mrs. Harris, it has nothing to do with her being a woman or a person of color. Let's preface that.
That's impossible to talk about because she is those things. That's like saying, let's not talk about trees.
I'm saying, but I'm saying that that's not a reasoning behind.
No, if we're having a discussion about trees, and you say, let's not talk about green trees. Let's just talk about every other tree.
That's not what I said.
That's going to be taking a big part of the conversation.
That's not what I said. I said, let's not think that any of the opinions is based off of those things. It's based off of her color,
I think I get what you're saying.
or that she's a woman.
I get what you're saying.
Let's say someone being biased or racist or sexist.
Or sexist. Okay.
Yeah,
our opinions aren't coming.
Yeah, it's not coming from that point of view.
I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So that I don't know. Should we just give initial thoughts? Initial thoughts about what happened?
Yeah. Here, I can...
Yeah, go ahead.
I can start first.
Go ahead.
I would say Kamala should have won the election, and she lost it because of her own doing. Okay. She lost it because of her own doing.
Open remarks, yep.
Lost it because she's very for the people. And there's a lot of working class families in the United States who do not care about concerts, do not care about ass shaking. And let's just be for real, do not care about abortion.
Do not care about abortion, okay.
That actually want to be able to raise their children in a good economy, and it's been hard these past 4 years. So I believe that's why Trump won, because the actual working class families needed a change. And I'm not saying Trump is the better alternative, even though that's what I would believe. That's what I would believe in.
Who'd you vote for?
I didn't vote for either or.
So
I couldn't.
You didn't vote for it. So you went to the polls and did what?
I went to the polls and voted for something that would actually have an impact on my local community.
I like that actually. I like that mindset. I like
because
that mindset.
I did my research.
The presidential spot.
I left it open. I should have put Jesus on there. It's because Lord help us. But no, I left it open. I left that open, and I did my research on the senators and the like state representatives and like the mayors and whatnot. Okay. So because I wanted to have an understanding of who is actually going to affect me locally and actually my voice in at the table. So that's why I did not, and I couldn't vote for either or. I think Kamala is she's not a leader.
You don't think?
I don't think she's a leader.
Okay.
And I think Trump, character-wise, he is not
someone you want to support.
Someone I'd want to support.
Okay. Interesting remarks. I just want to give a shout out to Kamala because she really did a fantastic job.
A bad job.
You're given a project and your partner has had 8 years to start working on it and you had 100 days. No. And you still were able to turn out the way that you turned out. Round of applause. What she accomplished is so difficult, and she is still going to go down in history as the first female woman of color vice president. Kamala,
good job.
Kamala, you don't owe us anything.
Damn, munching Kamala ass.
Yeah, I will munch all day. Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, wait.
I let you say your opening remarks. Let me say my opening remarks. There'll be time for this.
My God.
There'll be time for discourse.
No.
I just wanted to say that, Kamala, you did such a great job.
Oh my goodness.
As vice president.
What?
And you did such a great job working with what you had. You had 90 days. You had 100 days. Relatively speaking, 100 days to do the impossible, and you did such a great job doing what you did. That's it. That's why I want to say. I'm not done with my opening remarks. You had your time.
Your time. Okay,
Let me do my time.
I'm sorry.
So, Kamala, great job with that. Now, this is a message to the Democratic Party.
That they lost.
You guys are ass. You guys are straight doo-doo garbage. No. Sorry. You guys are straight doo-doo garbage. I personally, I don't mind saying who I voted for. It's all over my story. If you follow me, you know who I voted for. I was voting blue all down the ballot. I voted for Kamala. Of course, easy choice. And this is what I'm gonna say to the Democratic Party. You guys have failed us so terribly. Kamala lost this election back in 2020. Huh? That's the truth.
How?
That's a beautiful question. Thank you for asking, Hope. Kamala lost. 2024. Thank you. Kamala lost this election back in 2020 for president. You want to know why?
How?
As soon as Biden was given, let me not say Kamala, the Democratic Party lost this in 2020. As soon as Biden was given the keys to the White House, that is exactly when the Democratic Party should have been looking for a Trump opponent. They should have been looking and bringing up a Trump opponent back in 2021, 2020.
Ain't nobody can beat Buddy.
As soon as Biden won, Biden beat him, so what are you talking about? As soon as Biden beat him, y'all should have been looking for his replacement right away. Y'all had 4 years to plan a strategy. Y'all knew Trump was coming. Your best strategy was put him in jail, put him in jail, put him in jail, put him in jail, put him in jail.
Didn't work.
Put him in jail only made him stronger. Put him in jail only made more people.
What doesn't break you makes you stronger.
Literally. It made him look like a victim. Then, out of the blue, the man got shot. Which made him even more look like a hero. A warrior or hero.
For the people,
man was saying, fight. Y'all lost this election back in 2020. The Democratic Party, I'm sorry, has been failing us so bad.
They've been failing the American people.
Y'all knew Joe Biden. Y'all that were in the House, you knew Joe Biden was
Sleepy Joe,
stumbling and fumbling for the last 4. Y'all knew this. You made him go on stage. You made him debate. This man was talking about Medicare, in the middle of a debate. Like, the Democratic Party had lost me back then. You guys made Joe Biden step down and promote Kamala. Y'all didn't even let Kamala debate Y'all didn't even give us a Democratic caucus.
They knew better.
Y'all didn't even give us a Democratic. Exactly.
They knew better.
I believe the Kamala plan was planned all along. Because I don't believe that they planned Kamala back in 20. No, I think they planned Kamala for this year to go against what's his name, Trump, after they saw the way Biden was acting. Because they waited. They waited till it was too late for them to have a DNC caucus where the different Democrats debate each other and then we vote and pick which one, like the way they had in RNC.
All right, you've had a long time.
True.
Okay, let me say something.
Go ahead.
Let me say something. It's a little ironic and it's a little selfish and let me just stop it there. But I just think when you say Democratic Party, Kamala is part of that. Who other than Kamala is spending more time with Joe Biden than her right-hand woman, who sees him sleeping off and dozing every day in the meetings when they're talking?
You don't know that.
And she, in her mind, she's like, man, like this can't lead the country. Yeah,
because Kamala can snap her fingers and make things happen, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
It's literally a process.
I agree.
She might have agreed. We never know what Kamala's thoughts were. Kamala might have already thought Joe Biden couldn't do it.
I agree.
And she probably told those who were in power to let's make this happen.
100% agree. But even in the 100 days that she had, this is a historic 100 days that anyone has ever had.
She tried her best.
I wouldn't say tried her best. But she was given the opportunity.
Yep.
She was given the money. We're talking about black women raising 40 something million in 24 hours? No. We're talking about, when we talk about 100 days, I agree, that's not a lot of time. It's
and I'm going to try not to shout because then you can't understand what I'm saying.
It's 100% agree, right? But when you talk about money, wherever the money lies, is where it will people will follow, right?
Not always.
Okay. But Kamala had the money.
She had the resources.
She had all the resources.
Okay.
Whenever has all the resources that went from Joe Biden's campaign.
Resources don't win campaigns, but go ahead.
But come on, bro.
It helps, but it doesn't win campaigns. Go ahead. Yeah,
I agree. But we can't sit here and be like, oh my goodness, Kamala only had 100 days.
Dude.
Come on.
Dude, is that no? Be honest with me.
Come on.
Be honest with me. If you had if we both had a project that was due,
100%.
and you had 8 years to do your project, who's gonna have a better project? And I had 100 days, you had 8 years. Okay. Who's gonna have a better project?
I will probably have the better project.
Thank you.
I will probably have the better project.
Thank you. I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying that's one of them.
But let's not.
That's one of the reasons.
So that we have to discredit her for not using.
So now let's talk about why we think they lost.
She needs to be discredited for the opportunity that she was given. Even the 100 days was a blessing. Should have never even been 100 days.
How many days should have been?
I'm just saying, at the end of the day.
You think we would have won with Joe?
Hell no. It wouldn't even been close. I'm just saying, I'm agreeing with you that they should have known a lot sooner that Joe Biden was not able.
They should have been planning.
He's gonna die in a couple years. I don't know why they thought wanted to lose.
Trump is the oldest president, 78.
I agree, but come on, when you look at Trump and when you look at Joe Biden,
it's a different 70. And Joe Biden's only 2 years older than Trump.
Come on, bro.
Joe Biden's only 2 years older than Trump.
So at the end of the day, let's talk about how Kamala. How do you say it? Kamala?
Kamala Harris
lost.
Okay. I'm going to.
Don't blame anyone, but the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris.
I want to say that there are multiple reasons for the loss.
Do not blame the Republican Party.
Nobody has. Why would I blame? I don't give a f about those people. There's a million reasons. There's lots of reasons why she lost. There's not just one. This is my belief.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we said. This is personal opinion.
The first one I already said. The DNC, they lost this back in 2020, 2021, when they didn't already start pushing a new Democratic
as we can tell,
person
100
to
days
take
is
over.
enough. 100 days is enough. We can tell. We can see with the results.
Oh, it's not enough, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying it seemed she did well with the 100 days.
She tried her best.
She did. I wouldn't say tried her best, but she did well with the 100 days. She did well with the 100 days. She made it close.
You don't think she tried her best? You don't think she tried her personal best?
Come on, bro.
You think she was holding back, that she could have done more?
I'm not. She did all that she could. So yeah,
exactly. She tried her best.
And it wasn't good enough.
Of course. Sometimes you try your best and you lose.
100%. But I don't think more days. I think more days would have hurt her. I think the 100 days was actually perfect enough for her.
Whatever. So that's one. They should have started before. And then on top of that, the reason the Democratic Party also lost is that the Democratic Party was focused on the minorities that they already had. A lot of it was, let's focus on the minorities that we have.
Which is what?
They were talking about, we have a blue wall, which was Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Michigan, and Wisconsin. They were like, let's hold the blue wall. That wall is looking pretty red today.
Real red.
That's a red wall today.
Come on, bro.
Because you can't just pretend that it's gonna end up being the way that it was during Biden. A lot of factors are different. People are unhappy.
Thank you. That's another big reason. Under Biden, people were unhappy.
Not just
the economy
they were very unhappy.
The economy wasn't doing as well.
No.
I personally have stories of people who were out of jobs during the Biden administration, right? I know a lot of people that were hungry, looking
let's put into effect.
Jobs.
Let's put it in effect.
Mm-hmm.
COVID plays a factor in it.
Yes, COVID plays a factor. We're still recovering from a COVID economy.
And I would give the Democrats...
Which was under Mr. Donald. Go ahead.
Come on. When was COVID? COVID was 2020. So the beginning of 2020 was like January, February-ish is when COVID really started to ramp up. Mm-hmm. And I agree, he handled COVID poorly.
I think he actually did a good job.
He handled it poorly at the beginning.
Because one thing that he did was he gave those stimulus checks.
First of all,
let me tell you, those stimulus checks did not come from Donald Trump. Those stimulus checks came from Congress. They had to decide. Donald Trump didn't want to give those stimulus checks.
It
was under Donald Trump's presidency.
But was it Republican or Democrat?
It was bipartisan. Everything is bipartisan because they have to vote on it together.
I agree, but the Senate right now, the House has
I don't know who had the majority back then. But look, all those checks had whose name on it?
It had to have Donald Trump. He was the sitting president.
Yeah. I think that's also why it helped. A lot of people
what?
His election this year. A lot of people remember Donald Trump and remember 2020 as a prosperous year. He's done better under Democratic ran presidencies.
Okay.
Wait. A lot of people like to say, Trump is gonna make the gas go down. Trump is gonna do this. I'm gonna become a CEO like Elon Musk and be jumping on stage with Trump.
100%.
First of all, no. Second of all, for the last 50 years, the economy has been better under a Democratic-ran presidency. Please, everybody, pause the video and go look it up.
Okay, the question I have for that,
please. So people who are saying, I'm fiscally conservative, I'm fiscally conservative. Okay, fiscally conservative is going to take money out your mouth pretty soon.
Listen.
Go ahead.
You hit on Democrat. Mm-hmm. You know who I voted for in 2020?
Who?
Joe Biden. That is my number one regret. I should have voted for Donald Trump.
I'm not gonna lie. The last 4 years were not.
No. That's my number one regret. And the only thing I don't like
Democrats have not been.
I don't like this whole narrative about Republican Democrat. I don't care about Republican. This is not a sports team that you ride with, no matter how bad they are.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. It's Joe Biden, horrible president. Dookie president. He just happened to be a Democrat. Trump.
Yeah, people were just like anything but Trump. That was the whole slogan.
That is so.
And it's so bad.
That is so dumb.
Nobody liked Joe Biden.
Because at the end of the day, I do not care if Donald Trump was Democrat. I don't care if Kamala Harris.
The one who's gonna make a shake, make changes.
The one who's gonna make a change.
Yeah. And make a shake. Yeah.
So when we talk about, the economy has been better with a Democratic president, I would not disagree. I have not done the research, but my concern is not about having a Democratic president. I do not care about having a Democratic president. I care about the president that's going to change the economy better. So in the last 4 years, we've seen
Bitcoin
Joe Biden
recently went up.
We see Joe Biden and Miss Harris,
and people are hungry. People need to pay their rent.
So then, if those two are Democrats, right, and Kamala Harris
and Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden was the vice president for Obama, right?
8 years.
He became president.
Yeah. So now he technically had what? What's 12 years? Yeah.
Right? And then Harris is trying to become, or was trying to become president.
All right, Harris, I love you.
What's the difference between a Joe Biden economy versus a Harris economy? They're Democrat, right? They're both Democrats. Harris worked hand in hand
with Joe Biden. What's the change is going to be?
When Obama was in office, I heard so much about Joe Biden. Joe Biden was loved. Joe Biden was amazing. You want to know why?
Tell me, what's the name of the vice president under Trump?
J.D. Vance.
No, back then.
I don't know that.
Wait, I just debunked you right there.
How?
You were talking about, everybody loved Joe. Nobody knew Kamala. You can't even tell me who the vice president was back in 2020.
I didn't say nobody knew Kamala.
That's what you're saying. Joe was loved. Joe was doing stuff. People knew Joe. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
but you're saying Kamala wasn't like that, right?
I'm not saying Kamala wasn't loved.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm saying Obama had a decent. He had a good president run.
It was Pence, by the way. People who don't know.
It was what's his name?
Pence.
What's his first name?
I don't know. But it's Pence.
All right. Look, Mike Pence. When Obama was in office, you heard all these amazing things about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden was loved.
They took pictures with dogs and everything.
They did. Right?
Eating ice cream.
He was loved.
That man likes ice cream.
He was loved. So then when
the memes they have about him, it's over. Man.
But then when Harris comes into the presidency,
vice presidency.
Okay, yeah. Vice presidency.
What about it?
And then when the president isn't loved, shouldn't the vice president also get the same treatment? So then, why would we then vote for? Why would we then vote for a vice president? For a not loved
Let me try to make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying that because the economy and the time wasn't so good with Joe Biden and
I'm saying
Kamala,
they did a poor job.
If they did a poor job,
president and vice
why
president.
make them president?
Make them president again?
And that's going to be my third reason for why the Democrats lost again. Yeah, a perfect point. I agree. I agree. And I think the rhetoric of, and you know what's also so interesting when I was looking at all the analysis that was exit polls that were coming out? The majority of people, guess who voted more for Trump? People who went to college or people who didn't go to college? People who are more educated or people who aren't educated?
I'll say people who are more educated.
Voted for who?
For Trump.
Okay, people who are not educated voted
for Harris.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
You're very wrong.
Okay.
You're very wrong.
Okay.
Please take that seat right there. Take many seats.
Okay, I'll take it.
The majority.
I'll take it because I got something to add on to it.
The majority of people who went to college and are educated voted for Kamala Harris. Now, let me also tell you this. Let me also tell you, okay, I'll go back to the reasons why I think we lost. But let me also take a break to praise Kamala Harris for a second. The majority.
Can you just say that she?
No, I've already agreed with you. I've already agreed with you on multiple things that you said. I already said they did a bad job.
A lot of sucky.
No, I already said that the Democrats didn't do a bad job.
No, that's not Harris. You said Democrat.
She's part of them.
No. I want you to say what did Harris do that was bad. No, because I think that's important. Because I could tell you what Trump did that didn't help his case.
You want me to tell you what's happening?
What?
It's a party issue. Harris isn't working by herself. I agree. Harris could have done things to make a change. I agree.
Nah, that's my problem. It's never Harris's fault. It's everyone around her, and I think that's why I cannot stand her because it's not even just her.
She can't do this on her own. You know how many people.
So did Trump do it on his own?
No, he didn't.
So why are we mad at Trump? Let's be mad at Elon Musk. Let's be mad at
Elon Musk is not even a Republican. No,
come on, bro.
Okay, I will start saying RNC. Look. There are things that Kamala and Joe Biden could have done better in their 4 years. I agree.
A lot of things.
I agree.
A lot of things.
You want me to tell you another thing that, Kamala and Joe Biden could have done better?
What?
The border situation. I don't agree with people in the East Coast closing down schools to fill it with people that aren't, I don't agree with the way that the border was being handled. I don't agree with
No, but open the border. No. That's the Democratic way. Open the border.
That's why I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that I don't like the way the way that they were showing videos of the coyotes bringing people in, and he literally took a picture and then ran back into the wall. I was like, this country's a meme. This country's a meme. I agree. The way that the border is being handled isn't right. Right? And you do notice how they don't talk about it as much under the Biden-Harris administration. Before, they were saying Trump is putting kids in cages.
He's separating families.
I agree. The way the border...
Which he did. Let's just be
the border, and that's another thing Kamala Harris dances around. If you look at every time they ask her about the border, she dances around that issue a lot. Because she's always like, oh, the border is a bipartisan issue. You were the vice president for 4 years. They didn't make any real changes. So that's the thing. I don't know I didn't really stay much abreast to the stuff on the border, but I did see a lot of videos of people going down the border and literally taking selfies and stuff. So there's an issue with the border that needs to be addressed.
Which I agree. That has been replicated
and that's a bipartisan
in other leadership.
Issue. That's a bipartisan issue.
Putin.
That's a bipartisan issue.
Ukraine.
I really think the next 4 years, and now let's talk about what we think the next 4 years is going to be.
I agree. That is a great question.
I think the next 4 years is going to be very tough because of this.
Worse than what it was the last 4 years?
Okay. The thing is, a lot of people remember this year not being, this last 4 years not being their best. A lot of people are looking really bad. A lot of people I know so many people that are looking for jobs.
Can't find a job anywhere.
A lot of people can't pay their rent. A lot of people are hungry, right? That's why if you look at the polls, a lot of the rural areas were red. The only places that were blue in the blue wall that doesn't even exist, the blue wall that they were talking about, Wisconsin, Michigan, and even that, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina.
Even that was red.
It was all red.
Even in the cities.
No, the cities were stayed as blue as they could.
As they could, but they stayed red.
And the other thing that surprised me was Minnesota. Minnesota, that's historically blue, just like that, was almost teetering on red. Because a lot of the rural areas, and even a lot of the Somalians, a lot of the Latino community, a lot of the people of color, the POC, a lot of them voted for Trump this time around. A lot of them voted for Trump.
Ebenezer.
And that's what I'm saying. The Democratic, that's what I'm saying. You can't just blame one person. So I take it back from just blaming Trump. It's the whole RNC, right? He's just a leader. But what I'm saying is that the Democratic Party has been letting people down so much. This election, because we lost the Senate. We didn't. I think we gained a chair, but we still don't have the majority.
Yeah, no. Republicans won clean house.
Yep.
Clean house.
House, we're about to lose. We lost 2 seats, and they gained 2 seats in the House already. So we're about to lose the House. So you're telling me they have the basically they have Congress,
Senate.
They have the House,
everything.
And they have the judicial branch because the Supreme Court is majority Republican. And this is why I detest people like you that didn't vote for either one, because people did not realize how... Yes, let me tell you why. People did not realize how important this election was. There are 2 people in the Supreme Court. I keep forgetting his name, but I hate him so much. He's a black dude in the Supreme Court. Him and this other dude. Both of them are getting pretty old. They plan on retiring, and if they don't, Trump is about to kick them out because he's going to replace them with much younger people. The Supreme Court is a lifetime term. There is no 4 years. There is no re-electing. You're a Supreme Court justice till you die. Donald Trump is about to replace the oldest 2 Republican Supreme Court justices and replace them with much younger people.
100%.
This is going to affect our lives and our children's lives for generations 100%. To come.
But we can say the same. We can say the same about the other side too.
Look at this. When it comes to amendments, amendment changes the Constitution for people outside of the country that are listening. Amendment changes pieces of the Constitution. So if you have amendments, right, that are going to be changed by this new... What
do you think the biggest thing? What do you think the biggest thing? What is the biggest thing that might change?
It's going to fundamentally change the way America operates for generations to come.
I agree. Okay, but what is going to fundamentally change?
That's
You're
why
just talking about change.
No, let me finish why it's important. That's why this election was so important, because it's going to fundamentally change our lives.
Well, the DNC
forever.
is stupid. Well, let me tell you, the DNC did not care enough then.
That's what I'm saying.
The DNC did not care enough.
That's why I started this podcast saying I don't like the DNC right now. They did a terrible job.
So then why are people mad at Trump? Because he won?
They don't want the Republicans to win. He's a Republican. What are you talking about, bro?
Okay, but it's their fault. They lost.
But they also don't like Trump because he has terrible character. They don't like him as a person either.
Harris doesn't have the greatest character either.
It's not even a close call.
Okay.
It's not even a close call. It's not even dude, you just told me that the main reason you didn't want to vote for Trump is because he had bad character.
And the other reason I didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris is because she has bad policies.
Okay. That's your opinion, right? That's your opinion, right? But that's why I'm saying this election was so
and she's not
important.
A leader.
This election was so important.
So that's bad character right there.
She is a leader, and she's more qualified than Donald Trump to run this country. And the example that I was giving you was
false. Because the only qualifications that it's, and this might be a dumb.
What's Harris's qualification?
No, this might be a really dumb analogy.
Go ahead.
But I think the
dumb analogy. Okay, go ahead.
I think the difference is someone who has read the textbooks versus someone who's actually lived it.
Trump has lived policies and political rhetoric? How?
Trump has been part of policies and politics for pretty much
before 2016?
For his whole life. He's been in the background.
Tell me about it. Are you talking about the bankruptcies and the embezzling and money laundering?
Yes, let's be for real. He is what do you call it? Businessman.
He's a wolf. He's a wolf of Wall Street.
He gets things done.
Unethically, yes. If that's how you want to get things done, sure, get things done at the detriment of everybody else.
Then we have to keep it the same with Harris.
Okay.
Is Harris the most? Is she got?
No. This is what I'm saying. Harris has a way better resume than Trump. You want to know why? I disagree. You want to know why?
I disagree. Why?
Harris has been a DA, and she has not even just been a DA.
People did not like her when she was a DA.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But she did it, and she did it for a long time, and she was great at it to the point that she became a senator. Right? Yeah. Right? If you're saying that she just got on there because of she knew men and things like that.
That's not what I'm implying. That's not what I'm implying.
She knew her job.
She walked up the ranks.
She did not walk. She rocketed.
Okay, she rocketed up her ranks.
Ship, bro.
She is a rocket ship that ended up crashing down by Trump.
Harris, you became the first female vice president. The first of the...
No. That is huge.
In 300 years.
That is huge. I will applaud her for... She did not kill it. She could have done better, but she did a poor job.
But individually, as an individual, for her family and her name, she did a great job for herself.
Good job. She's a female. She's a black female.
You know what Trump's accolades are? The Apprentice. You're fired. You're fired. Hi, I'm Donald Trump. Oh, if my daughter wasn't my daughter, oh yeah, I would definitely date her. Grab him by the. That's Trump's credentials right there. Trump is a celebrity businessman. That's all he was before 2016.
Twice. So what does that say about her?
That doesn't mean anything. She did not. The DNC did not support her.
Okay,
she lost. She didn't do her job.
But she lost. She's not the reason why she lost.
She lost.
But is she the reason why she lost?
I'm agreeing with you that she lost. What are you talking about?
Is she the reason why she lost?
Is she the reason why? Is he the reason why she lost?
Is she the reason why she lost? Is Kamala Harris the reason why she lost? Are you gonna put the majority of the blame on her? Or are you gonna put the majority of the blame on the Democratic?
I'm gonna put it on everybody. Her, I'm gonna put it on everybody.
It doesn't sound like it, Ebenezer.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna give you whatever you want because I'm just gonna say it the way I think it is.
A loser is a loser.
Yeah, she lost.
Donald Trump lost in 2020, and he handled that shit poorly.
Yes.
He handled it.
That man said, everybody, they stood in the election, let's go shoot up the place.
And what happened? He got his ass spanked.
Oh, he got a
good ass whooping for that shit.
You know what? This is another thing I'm going to say. I'm going to give Donald Trump one clap.
No, he deserves a hell of a clap.
I'm going to give Donald Trump one clap. Because you know what? Nobody is as bulletproof, white, black, alien. Nobody is as bulletproof, literally, as Donald Trump.
Come on,
the things that Donald Trump has gotten away with is crazy. Look at Nixon. Nixon was even just thinking about foul play, and he got impeached. Look at Nixon. Look at Clinton. The whole stuff that he did with the affair. Everybody was already, we can't vote for this guy. Donald Trump has taken voter money and paid a star to sleep with him with voter currency.
That nigga
and is still running for president.
He's a freak.
Donald Trump has 34 charges and has been convicted of one. He's a felon and he has a mugshot. It's on paper.
It is.
And he was on the ticket and he won.
Wait, pull up. Can I see?
Hold on.
Can I see your Spotify real quick?
Why?
I want to see the music you listen to.
Why?
I just want to see.
Okay, why?
No, I just want to see. I just want to see the type of music you listen to.
He was convicted and won, right? That's what is so mind-boggling to a lot of people.
Gucci Mane.
We let a lot of people who are felons to become our
Young
president.
Thug.
A lot of people who can't.
Lil TJ.
Okay, what is your point? Because you're annoying me.
Come on, Ebenezer.
What's your point? You're telling me I listen to felons?
Yeah.
Okay. Is a felon going to decide my democratic rights? Is a felon going to decide the economy? Is a felon going to be in charge of creating World War III?
I agree.
Come on.
Look, no. I'm not Ebenezer.
A felon.
Can I finish?
A felon can have a job. A felon can have a job.
Yeah. Be
my mailman. Be blue collar worker. Be a white collar worker.
100%.
We literally have the Wolf of Wall Street guy who was literally people went bankrupt and lost their house and jobs because of that man.
Because of him.
And guess what? He celebrated.
100%.
This man did a terrible thing, went to jail, and he is celebrated. He's making so much money.
So let me tell you this.
But he's not the president of the United States.
Ebenezer. Okay, felons
should be for now. Felons should be allowed to vote. After what just happened now, felons should be allowed to vote. Continue.
So then, why did Kamala Harris and the DNC put a bunch of felons and concerts and
who was the felon that was a concert goer?
Concert goer.
Are you talking about the person that were performing?
Yeah, I'm just talking about.
Which felon performed for Kamala Harris?
Name all the people.
I don't know a felon who.
Megan Thee Stallion.
She's not a felon. She never went to jail.
Okay, I'm just naming off the people that talked. Cardi B.
Okay.
Cardi B.
Okay.
Who else? Beyonce did it, right?
Okay.
Who else went in? Okay, those are the same people.
Let's talk about the people that talk for Trump.
Okay. Elon Musk.
Tony Kills, the guy who said Puerto Rico was a pile of garbage and that black people love watermelon. That's who won. This guy's a freaking...
Literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
So that is Tony Hint.
I'm not even going to get into it.
I don't know who that nigga is.
Joe Rogan.
I love Joe Rogan.
No, Joe Rogan didn't talk for him, but they just did a podcast. Hulk Hogan ripped his shirt off, showing his old man nipples on TV for Donald Trump.
Took a shot at my hero. And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule.
What's the difference between what
Joe
Rogan
those rallies are for fun. When you have a rally for a football game in school, don't they have your bunk cheerleaders come that nobody really cares about to perform? It's not why they lost.
That's why they lost.
It's not why they lost.
They did shit for fun. This shit ain't about fun.
The Republicans did the same thing. What does Hulk Hogan know about policy? That man just knows, I'm Hulk Hogan. That's all he knows. He knows wrestling and taking a shirt off. They had the same amount of bunk people.
I disagree. I would say the RNC had a lot more influential people.
No, they had the same amount of bunk people who don't give a F, who were just there. They had freaking the dude from TikTok shaking his butt on TikTok. They had that dude.
I don't know who
Bryce Hall. They had him.
I don't know who Bryce Hall is.
Both parties are gonna have fun people that they think are gonna rile up the crowd. That's what it is. It is what it is. That's what it is. Those are called rallies.
They put Cardi B up there to read from her phone.
Okay, people read from teleprompters, a phone and a teleprompter. What's the difference?
She couldn't even read what was on her phone.
It doesn't matter. Tony Kills called Puerto Ricans garbage, and they still voted for Trump, which is crazy to me. right?
Because they were able to separate character from policy.
Okay, so why can't you separate character from policy? Why can't you do that with, you're saying Cardi B and stuff is why they lost. That's not why they lost. Why they lost is that the Democrats didn't give them a great job. It's not even about that. The Democrats have been doing a bad job for the last 4 years.
They suck at being president and vice president.
It was not a good run. It was not a good run. It was not a good run.
Arguably one of the worst runs.
Yep, I agree. And
so then why the heck would you put Kamala Harris, who was the vice president of one of the worst economies the United States has been in?
Because first of all, they were coming off of Trump policies. And now you know what? Everybody, how much have you bought off Temu?
Like $5.
Okay, yeah. Y'all who like to buy things off Temu or things that come from abroad,
yeah.
Okay.
Bump that up.
Oh, yeah.
Bump it up.
Get ready to stop purchasing.
Bump it up.
Because the tariffs that Trump is about to put on these imports is going to go crazy.
It's going to go dumb.
It's going to go crazy.
But you know what that's going to do?
People are going to stop spending. People are not going to spend as much. You know the economy works when there's buying and selling. You can't just have buy. You can't just have sell. You have to have both working in equilibrium. Right? The tariffs he's going to put on place. And then the other thing is that
keep people in check. That's going to keep people in check.
Now let's talk about something completely different. We've talked about economy. We've talked about financials and fiscal stuff. Let's just talk about life.
What about it?
Let's talk about character.
Okay.
Let's talk about people's lives. Trump wants to defund the educational system. Okay. Thank God my sister put my nieces and nephew and my uncle is gonna put
okay,
my nieces
if we're gonna say that
is gonna put my nieces and nephews in private schools. Thank God they have the ability 100%. To do that. Because Trump is about to defund education. Teachers are already not getting paid.
Exactly.
They're gonna lower their pay even more.
So what will happen if Trump defunds education? What will happen?
What's going to happen?
Yeah,
there's going to be less funding to education.
So then what's the best?
All those after-school programs that allowed you to play football to become the great... Okay, we also need to talk about Hope's highlight from last... That was crazy.
Hard line. Tanioka has Adebayo to his left. Adebayo takes the handoff. He's got a hole around the right side. Skips over a defender at the 45. On his feet at the 40. Makes a move at the 45. Sideline 30. Go, Hope, go. Touchdown. Touchdown, Tommies. First.
But look, what is going
to put less funding into public schools.
Okay, yes, I agree with you. I'm 100% agreeing with you. But what is the byproduct of that?
Thank you. Those programs, those after-school programs that made you good at football, that made
That's not what made me good.
Whatever, you had after-school programs, right? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you practice football in those after-school programs? A lot of those after-school programs your parents didn't have to pay for out of pocket because the school subsidized. One second.
Don't you think the same thing is going to happen with police?
One second.
If you're going to defund education and you're going to defund police,
go ahead.
Isn't it going to get worse?
Okay.
If you defund police.
Okay, continue to give it to me.
Shouldn't the thought, especially in when you talk about Black Lives Mattering,
continue.
Shouldn't it be, yes, police, they're doing a really bad job because of this whole immunity thing that they get sometimes and shooting black people. I 100% agree. That is 100% wrongful. But for the thought to be, because they are doing all these things, let us defund them, then that's what we should do. So then it's the same thought that the Trump Trump people are saying with education, because these communities and these schools with with really bad test scores, with really poor test scores, because they're not doing so well. You know what we're gonna do? They need more funding, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the funding away from them.
That's not gonna help.
That's not gonna help. So how the heck, when we were talking about police reform, when we were talking about black lives and it really mattering, why are we then talking about defund the police? Should we then be having the conversation of what type of resources do we actually need to give the police so that they stop killing black people?
Okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
I agree with you.
I agree with you. It's the same logic.
But let me also slap you in the face as well.
I
agree with you, but let me also smack you in the face. The reason this is the smack in the face. When was the last time you heard of defund the police?
It's still going on.
No, but when was the last time you heard it?
It was 2020 around that time.
No, but have you heard it since?
Not.
Okay, now let me tell you why you heard it when you heard it, right? Because you had Ahmaud Arbery, You had George Floyd.
I agree.
You had a lot of black death within the span of a year.
A crazy amount.
Right.
Absurd amount.
Wait, now let me finish. That is where defund the police came from. It came from pain, it came from hatred, and it came from trying to hurt the police for not doing their job.
Okay.
Do I agree that's the correct tactic? No.
That's an uneducated tactic.
Wait. That I don't agree that that's a solution.
No.
Does the police need reform? 100%. I believe in reform the police. I don't believe in completely defunding the police because I don't think that's going to help the issue. That's not helping nobody. Right? So I believe holding police accountable for the problems and the issues that they create. Especially now in Minneapolis, a neighbor got shot by a pistol. His neighbor shot this black man was out gardening. His neighbor from across the street, a white man, shot him. Right? Shot him in the neck. The man was bleeding on the floor, dying. Right? Neighbor saw, got him help. Right? He's in ICU trying to get help. The Minneapolis Police Department did not go there to arrest that man for over like a week. They just let the man sit there for over a week. They said, we can't bust down doors. We can't. These dudes bust down doors all the time.
They do.
You bust down doors just because a neighbor said they heard a loud bang.
Yes.
And then they bust down doors shooting people. You tell me you can't go arrest this crazy white man and
But what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
It's showing you why there needs to be reform, right? This shows you why there was so much hate, and that's why defund the police was so powerful and so prevalent.
Yeah. On camera, video obtained by our NBC affiliate KARE 11 shows David McCrory trimming a tree outside his Minneapolis home Wednesday when, according to court documents, a bullet was fired from his neighbor's upstairs window.
The bullet went down through my neck and then all the way back to my spine.
McCrory told NBC affiliate KARE 11 he's also recovering from broken ribs and a concussion, adding the last 11 months since he and his wife moved in, they've been living a nightmare next door to John Shawshack. Court documents show the victim called police 19 times prior to the shooting for incidents including harassment, hate speech, and verbal threats. It also says Shawshack suffers from mental illness. Shawshack has been charged with attempted murder, but he is not in jail. Police allowing him to stay in his home because they say he's a threat to himself and others.
The likelihood of an armed, violent confrontation where we may have to use deadly force with the suspect.
It's not anymore because we haven't seen, right? We haven't seen what we were seeing back then. Those killings that were happening, Breonna Taylor,
and that were
happening back to back.
That's why the black community will never grow.
It came from a place of pain, and we've talked about this. It came from a place of pain, and it came from, if somebody's hurting you, right, you're going to crash out, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
If somebody went up to Sydney and hit her, you're going to crash out, right?
100%.
So that's what was happening. It was people being hurt and people being in pain, and that was their crash out. Their crash out was defund the police.
Yeah.
It's not something that anyone truly wants.
Yeah.
It's we want police reform.
But
we want police change. We want police to be held accountable for what they do.
But I'd be a real idiot to let someone punch Sydney, and then for me, after a couple months, for me to allow Sydney to then go back to the same environment. But because I'm not mad anymore, we're not keeping the same rhetoric.
I'm just trying to tell you why they were crashing out. That was the crash out. The crash out was the fun.
I 100% agree with the crash out. I 100% agree with the crash out.
Yep.
I'm just saying that was dumb. We can agree that even though it was in a time of pain and it was in a time of suffering,
I don't think it was dumb.
That was
it's
unlogical.
It's understandable.
It lacks wisdom.
I don't agree with it, but I understand why it came from.
I understand too, but
you're not going to agree with the crash out. A crash out is not going to make sense.
But it lacks wisdom.
It just lacks. It just lacks some critical thing because it's all about
wisdom.
emotion. It's about
it lacks wisdom.
Sure, okay. You can believe that.
So we can agree that at the same time, with defunding education, it lacks wisdom.
That's why the majority of people who are educated voted for Kamala Harris. And the majority of people who are not educated, who don't have no degree, voted for Trump. But that's also why I'm going to say, while we're on the topic of police, did you know Trump was trying to give immunity to police officers?
I don't know what the hell that shit was about.
So Trump
but at the same time, I did hear that
go ahead.
That immunity gets taken out in there's something with the Fourth Amendment.
Trump wanted to give complete immunity to police officers to where police officers can do anything and they cannot be held accountable in the court of law because it was part of an act, right? So Trump has already said these things. So this is the thing I want people to understand about Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump will say something and he will have hateful rhetoric. And his supporters will say, "Oh, no, he didn't mean that. No, he can't actually do that."
I never heard him say that, so I can't say.
I don't think people understand the gravity of the situation. It's majority Senate, about to be majority in the House, and we have Everything is red.
I'm low-key thankful for that.
Sure. Everything is red, right? This is going to seem like Trump can do all things, but it's just because everything is red right now. And he's going to be able to do these things.
100%.
The issue with the CIA, Trump did not like the CIA because of the way he almost got shot, right? Trump can now go into office, say that the CIA did not do a good job protecting him.
Which they did not.
Sure. He can dismantle the CIA, use U.S. resources, create his own militia, his own people that listen to him. What is that sounding like? A dictatorship. Wait. These are all oopsie doopsie. You can call me, you can say I'm fear-mongering, sure, whatever. Right? But these are all possibilities.
Everything is a possibility.
Trump is also like, do you know who was also really happy when Trump won? Me and Hope were talking about this.
Ooh.
Putin said, I am so excited. Tell me why a foreign dictator is happy with our choice. Because Putin and Russia and China and Iran, they love when America is divided. America, you can't tell me I'm wrong that America isn't more divided under a Trump presidency than a Biden. Under Biden, everybody's sleeping with Joe. Everybody's taking a nap with Joe.
The only thing I would say with that is, which one would you rather have? A house divided that you know is divided, or a house together, or a house divided, but everyone acts like everything's good.
Ooh.
Which one would you rather have? Because if we're gonna talk about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris,
I like what you said. Right.
It was a house divided, but everyone acted like it was all peaches and cream.
Yep, true.
With Donald Trump,
because we saw how they voted yesterday.
Come on.
You're right.
Because when you look at 2016, this nigga was tweeting, "Hey Putin, I dare you, hit him, touch him."
Yeah.
He's tweeting. When's the last time you heard from the White House? The reason why I would have voted for Trump is because I at least know what is happening in the White House.
Yeah.
I at least know the policies being made. I at least know if Trump is doing something stupid or not doing something.
I do agree. Journalism goes off when it's Trump.
Bro!
When it's Trump, everybody's watching everything he does with like the tiniest microscope. And when it's Joe Biden, nobody's even reporting.
Everyone's just, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, good run.
When's the last time you actually saw a White House press conference?
That's a good one.
But with Trump,
everybody
there was one every day. There was nothing that the White House could do.
Well, that was partly because of COVID, but yeah.
Nah, that was from 2016.
Yeah,
there was nothing that Trump could do without you knowing that he did it. And he wasn't even that, though. Journalists, CNN, screw CNN. CNN, screw NBC.
They're all funded by the same person.
I don't even know why.
Even Fox. They're all funded by the same person.
But Trump would literally tell you what he's going to do.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Democrats and mainly with like Joe Budden,
they'll smile, but
then they'll turn their back and talk crazy.
Else, yes.
At least Trump will tell me, Blackie. Who would you respect more? The person who calls you a black, or the person who smiles in your face and then goes back home, and then when he's with their friends, he's calling you a black monkey?
Yeah.
Who do you respect more?
I'm gonna respect the person that's telling me to my face. I get you. See, and I think that's also the appeal of Donald Trump. Donald Trump isn't the average politician. I think that was the appeal he had in 2016, and I think that's also his appeal that pushed him all the way to where he is right 100%. Now. The way that he's not your average everyday politician makes him so likable
I agree
by
that
so many people.
He is a politician.
This is the same person that talked about white supremacist marches. He said they were fine people. Has Trump said some really dumb things? No. It's not even about what he says. It's what he says he does. What? Trump does not say something and not. You say he's a doer, right?
He is.
He does. He says what he's going to do.
What did he say he was going to do?
Trump has. Have you heard of Project 2025? People call it fear mongering. Trump, I think, has denounced it, but it took a while for him to denounce it. Right? He had the author of Project 2025 in his party, in his campaign when they were doing the election. The guy was there, along with who's that dumbass UFC dude? White.
Yeah, Dana White.
Dana White, whatever. Why the hell are you?
He has money. He has money.
Everybody that has money is, and you're talking about Kamala had a lot of funding. Trump had funding too. He had Elon Musk doing jumping jacks.
I'm not disagreeing,
in the back.
but it wasn't white man for Kamala raising millions of dollars in 24 hours.
Elon is the biggest D-rider ever. This man was giving away millions of dollars to families who were voting for Trump. Literally, he needs to be reported for that ish, because that's not even legal.
When you talk about Elon Musk,
D-rider,
economically,
like crazy.
Economically,
giving him the GOG 3000.
Economically, wouldn't you want Elon Musk to?
Elon Musk is a sociopath who only cares about himself. Elon Musk does things to benefit himself. One thing I will give Elon Musk credit for, we have to be serious that Elon isn't the one making shit shake. Elon is the one that is putting people in place to make things shake. Right?
I would agree, but disagree at the same time.
If you tell Elon to come out and to write for me the algorithm that he uses for Twitter, the Tesla bots and the Starlink, he doesn't know these things.
I would disagree.
He has the funding.
I would actually disagree. Elon Musk, when you look at Elon Musk's history and like just how he grew up.
Oh, his rich emerald mining family that gave him millions of dollars.
He's not probably the best leader either because of his mind.
He's a narcissist.
He is. I 100% agree with you. But he does it well.
And Elon does what's good for him. You know why Doge...
But which ends up being good for the economy.
Do you know why Doge was going crazy that time that you messaged the family
group chat? And you know what? I'm so mad because I got to a point...
You bought when it was high.
No. I bought when it was a little high, but then it dipped, and then I got too panicked and I sold. And
because you know what happened?
The day next, it went up.
You know what happened? Elon said, let's go. Everybody said, yes, daddy. Little did they know that daddy was walking them off a cliff. When Elon, I was literally talking I was talking to my friend Marcos about this over the weekend. He was talking about how Elon is insane, and what he does is he should be put in jail for. You know the SEC?
Yeah.
SEC, they monitor people that are negative, like artificially influencing the stock market.
Algorithm.
Those people, those people are paid off and they're not good. What Elon Musk does is he will artificially inflate the stock of Doge by posting about it on Twitter, saying, "Oh, Doge rocket ship." He will have Doge and a rocket ship, and everybody, "Oh my gosh, Doge."
Buy Doge, yeah.
This man already bought 2 weeks ago. He's waiting for everybody to. He's riding the rocket that everybody's doing, and then as soon as it gets to tippy top, he's selling his stock, and everybody that bought is going down. You guys are just following daddy off a cliff. That's what's happening.
Okay, but then when we look at senators, Republican or Democratic,
they do the same thing. Nancy Pelosi's the best.
They do the same shit.
Nancy Pelosi's the best. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just trying to say that Elon Musk is doing what is best in his favor.
I agree.
Is doing what's in his favor. Elon Musk, if you see Elon Musk at these rallies, it's not because he likes Donald Trump's policies. It's because Donald Trump has already promised him a seat in his cabinet, probably, and it's going to help him when it comes to making money.
It's going to help his company.
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 100%.
This man does not care about people. This man does not care about people.
But at the same time, his company
cares about
helps
money.
People.
He cares about money. No.
But when you talk, you can't, especially with liberals, especially with economically, sustainability. That's Elon Musk. Elon Musk is literally the byproduct of all those things. Sustainability.
Okay, so tell me about all the children that are dying in the Congo and in Africa where his lithium batteries are being mined. Tell me about the militias that are being created in those places because they're enforcing people, literally slavery, to dig those mines for him so he can get his lithium batteries.
Okay,
then let me tell you something.
Okay, you can say that about every EV company then.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you can say that about diamond companies. You can say that about EV companies. You can say that about anyone.
I'm just trying to say that about Elon because Elon is the one also pushing these agendas. I'm not just saying he's the only one, but I'm saying that his motivation, his rhetoric is pushing these.
Okay, then you can say, then you have to say in the Democratic.
Become a billionaire.
Okay, but then you have to say in the Democratic. No. You have to say in the Democratic sense. In the past 4 years, what has been the push? Go buy an EV vehicle.
That's true.
So then, what do you get if you go buy an EV vehicle? You get tax credit. You get, especially if you get a new Tesla, you get 6.5 thousand.
Yep.
So then you have to say the same thing about the batteries and the things. And how do you put oil in your car? Don't you think communities and families and people's livelihoods are getting damaged to go mine oil?
It's not the same thing as because oil, you can't just go and get oil like that. That takes a whole. Oil is actually good because it brings a lot of money to people.
What? To the people who are living in those communities?
No, to the people on top, to the governments. But that's about those people's government. But the thing about it is this. The thing about it is this. There is a rhetoric. There is a rhetoric around Elon, Trump, these people, that they have the benefit of the people. They want to help the people. They care about people.
I disagree. I don't think they care about people.
Elon Musk and Trump want to put all the money in the top. Their philosophy is, if you put all your money to the tippy top people, all the CEOs, their policy is trickle down economics. You give everything to the top, it's going to trickle down into the lower man, and the lower man is going to eat. No.
So what's better? So what's a democratic
policy is to give it to the people. The people are going to spend, and that's going to generate income.
I believe that's why.
And that's also going to help the people at the top.
And I see that's why a lot of people in black communities are in the same spot they're in.
Also taxing the rich, because the rich have more to give.
I agree.
Right? That's the policy. Trump wants to give write-offs for his rich friends, for Elon.
I agree. But look, the Democrats will get the votes because they give more money than Republicans. I 100% agree. But they're not educating the people about how to actually spend their money.
They're giving them the fish instead of telling them how to fish. I agree.
So how then are you actually, you're doing this saying, here, take a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Hey, go do something with this.
Go buy some.
Go buy something nice. Hey, go buy something nice for yourself.
Buy Nike.
They're not educating the black people.
I think that's on a personal level.
No,
I think that's on a personal level.
You give people free money, they will treat it as free money.
Well, I mean,
will treat it as
Trump
such.
did give a stimulus. That's the same thing, basically. But all I want to say when it comes to that is that these policies, a lot of people that voted for Trump because of the economic reasons, and we keep circling back to economics, because I think that's a lot of the reasons why.
That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
Because at the end of the day, we can talk about.
I'm surprised we didn't even talk about abortion.
Oh yeah, we can talk about abortion. We can talk about all these policies, right? But at the end of the day, there are people at home, hungry, looking for jobs, and that's what they voted for. They voted for who's going to put dinner on my plate.
As they should.
They don't care about abortion.
They don't care.
They don't care about anybody's rights. They don't care about Putin or Trump.
As they should. As really they shouldn't.
They just care about what is my child going to eat tonight. That's all they care about. How am I going to eat tomorrow? No. And that's how they voted.
Can we talk about abortion?
I'm not mad at. I agree. Trump, and I'm not like the insurrections. I agree with Trump. Trump won. Trump is our president. I'm not going to go. You're not going to see me on January 6th. No. Jumping on top of the Capitol building.
Okay, I'm going to make a comment, and I think we should talk about abortion.
Okay, go ahead.
People posting online crying. If you've listened to this for a very long time.
Hope has no empathy for people who cry online.
I can't stand it. I just
Hope
can't
has
stand
no empathy for people who cry online.
Because there was a woman who was sitting in her car screaming, shaking.
No, I think she was just doing that for views.
I don't care if it was for views.
She was doing that for views.
You need to be fired. Because you look like you were a nurse. I wouldn't want you anywhere near a human being.
I'm sorry. No. Why?
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about.
I think it's okay for people to panic, because some people
panic.
You don't really follow politics. Politics is a pastime to you. You didn't even vote for somebody, so you can't even talk honestly.
About what? Yes, I can. I voted.
You didn't vote for president. You chose not to vote.
I didn't vote for a president, but I voted for a local senator.
I know, but so you can't talk about how people feel about the presidency because you didn't have an impact. You didn't vote.
I can still talk about it. It's my human right to talk about it.
You can talk about it, but you can't really blame other people who voted. They had skin in the game. You didn't put any skin in the game. You chose, I
did choose not to put skin in the game. But at the same time.
And they did, and they got hurt. So why? See, this is the thing.
You got hurt, and the first thing you said is, let me go out. Let me go
I don't agree with posting online. online. I don't agree with posting it online.
You're weird.
I don't agree with posting.
You're
it online.
weird. You are weird. You are a weird human being, and you are no. You have mental illness. No, Ebenezer. You have a mental illness.
No.
It is
stop,
It's a mental illness. And it goes both ways. We can January 6th, mental illness.
Yes, January 6th, mental illness. Very mental.
What happened yesterday? In these next couple of days, mental illness.
Wait, you know what? No, you can't say that because
it's mental illness.
Wait.
You're sick.
Wait, with me?
You need to go to the mental hospital.
Stop. See, this is the thing. I will never agree with somebody setting up their phone to cry. I just won't ever agree with it. I just won't agree.
We're gonna be slaves again. Are you stupid?
Stop.
No, you are even if you're educated, they need to take away your diploma.
Stop.
No, they do. And give you back student loans.
You're demonic.
Yeah.
No. Listen. It's fine. People who are crying, they follow politics. To you, politics is a pastime.
No.
To you, politics comes every 4 years. Be honest. You didn't even know Mike Pence's name, right?
How do I care about Mike Pence? Nobody was talking about Mike Pence. He didn't do nothing. He just sat there and looked pretty. Donald Trump was.
That's what most vice presidents do. That's what most vice presidents do. But look.
Kamala did that very well.
But look. You can't tell somebody not to feel something. Right? You can't tell. This is the same people. You know, this is the same people that cry when the Cowboys lose, when the Vikings lose. People cry when that happens, right? Because they have a lot of passion for those things. You can't tell somebody not to feel an emotion. The only thing that I don't agree with is putting your emotions online. One, I don't think posting your emotions and putting that online. One, I don't think it's productive. Two,
it's mental illness.
It's not mental illness. I don't think it's productive. Two, I think that it will just perpetually make you more sad. And I also think it's a bit disingenuous when you post yourself crying online. If you're talking the way we're talking, and let's say we're talking about something like personal and you start crying. Yes.
I get that. Right? That's why I have a softened heart.
Yes. Oh. So that's the thing. I don't technically, and I believe the majority of it were people that were trying to do it for clicks. The lady who put her phone on top of the dashboard and started smacking the wheel and screaming, I think she was just putting on a show.
If it wasn't a skit, she needs to be fired. And not around any healthcare industry.
I think she was putting on a show. I really think she was putting on a show.
I really hope so.
Right, okay, let's talk about abortion. What did you want to say about abortion?
Why did Kamala Harris and who's her and why the heck did she choose that? That's like choosing the
I like Waltz.
In Minnesota.
Waltz has won every governor election that he's had for the longest time.
Because he's likable by the Minnesotans.
Not yesterday or the day before yesterday. Not on November. What was the 6th? Not November 6th.
But look, my thing
even his. You know the county he was from voted for Trump.
Hell yeah, as they should.
Yeah. Waltz wasn't popular this time.
Bro, let me not start with his ass. I don't even want to.
No, Trump. Okay, go ahead.
No.
What about abortion?
Abortion.
Before we get off.
Why would you put? Why did the Harris administration put that as a main vocal point? Mainly, not even just abortion, but just human rights and women rights as their main topic and main push. When only about 14%.
It was one of their main ones, yeah.
Yeah, when only 14% of America care about women rights.
They were worried about these larger than life topics than worrying about the average American in these rural communities.
I promise you,
that's another reason why
they wouldn't won if they would have just kept their mouth shut on abortion.
And they need to stop the rhetoric that I feel like a lot of people are going to go off. Oh, people who are uneducated voted for Trump. La 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 la. You guys are dumb. That's the type of rhetoric that made us lose. Calling the other side dumb and saying that they're not stupid and talking down to them is going to make us lose every time.
It's the working class.
It's the working class, yes.
The majority of the working class is uneducated.
These blue-collar workers that a lot of you on Instagram are posting and saying that they're not smart and things like that, these are the people who are building our houses.
Yes.
These are people who are farming for our food. These are people who are giving us. These are essential.
These are the truck drivers.
These are truck drivers who are getting you your Shein and your Temu.
The janitors cleaning your back.
Exactly.
Bro, come
These
on.
are essential people in our community. They might not have
say.
That had a say. They might not have agreed with your political standing for whatsoever reason, but you have to agree that they exist. And they make up the majority of our voters. The DNC needs to stop talking down to these people.
And
they
that
need
is a huge
They need
problem.
to love them. They need to bring them closer. They need to stop shouting these larger-than-life issues. And I think the other reason that the DNC lost and Kamala lost, whatever. The reason Kamala lost is because their whole initiative and the whole initiative of Democrats since 2016 was we are anti-Trump. Their policy, it wasn't policy first. It wasn't change first. It wasn't give people money first. It was we hate Trump.
You know how you beat Trump? You know, I can actually tell you how you beat Trump.
How do we beat him?
I know how to beat a guy like Trump.
How?
Because a guy like Trump will feed off of your negative energy that you give him.
And you keep feeding him.
You keep feeding him.
Ooh.
Stop freaking feeding him.
Yes.
When he jabs at you, you say the only thing you say is good things about him.
Yep.
You only say he in 2016 to 2020
calling him a Nazi, calling him all these things.
It's only feeding him.
It's only feeding him.
And why is that so hard for people to understand?
They think by calling him these things, it's gonna make people not vote for him. Look at what happened on November 16th.
It's just absurd to me. You wouldn't do that to a bully. If someone was bullying you. You wouldn't turn around and say, "Hey, yo, this guy, he's a Nazi. Hey, this guy's an ass."
Because then you're also saying that everybody in his following is those things, right?
Idiots.
And that's
a bunch of incompetent, educated idiots.
They just incompetent, educated idiots.
No, that's what they are.
No, so and that's the thing. I think that's also why they lost. They went in going at Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is that. They didn't talk about their own policies. They spent more time talking about their opponent, giving him more propaganda than talking about their own policies.
They lost before they even started.
Every time I asked somebody about Kamala, they said, "Oh wait, what's her policies? Oh wait, I haven't heard much about Kamala." Well, because Kamala, CNN, and NBC, they're always talking about Trump and why Trump is so bad, but they're not spending the same amount of time talking about why Kamala is so good.
And
you want to spend more time talking about Kamala than talking about his opponent.
And the thing that the personal story I have is in football, University of St. Thomas, minus this year has been a really like powerhouse school, powerhouse football team, even in the transition to D1, correct?
Yeah.
Our slogan all the time, it's about us. It has nothing to do about them. We're not focused about them.
It's not end the foes.
It's not about it's never been about them. It's always been about us.
Yeah.
And that's egotistical and that's prideful. But that's just
the way it should be.
The way that we operate.
Yeah.
But when you look at other teams, they mark us on the calendar. When a team beats us, you think they just won $1 million. They're taking pictures on the field. They're on the field for hours.
Wow.
They just beat University of St. Thomas.
Yep, it's huge for them.
But the problem was, you didn't beat University of St. Thomas. University of St. Thomas beat ourselves. We beat us. You didn't beat us.
Yep. We're not going to give you that acknowledgement.
We can't even give it to you because at the whole week, your focus is not about you. It's about St. Thomas. So with Kamala Harris, it's just like, if you had enough confidence in who you were and in what you believed in and trusted the American people to do the right thing, and it's probably
instead of already writing them off as Nazis, writing everybody off as Hitler followers.
You should have just said, "Hey, Trump, he lost in 2020. We are for the people. We're going to continually be for the people. Trump did a good job in 2016 to 2020, and we took over in 2020. But let us focus on what we have going on right now. Let us focus on the future. Let us not worry about the past." But you can't feed Trump if you just focus on yourself.
And they said that another big reason that Trump might...
Right. When Trump got on that Joe Rogan podcast, and I listened to some of it, it was actually good. It felt like he was actually talking to you. And that's also Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan does a good-ass job of bringing...
And Kamala went to Club Shay Shay?
Kamala went to Club Shay Shay where Club Shay Shay was doing this. And then when you listen to Kamala talk on a podcast, she's not saying anything. She's just talking. whatever Shannon Sharp asked her about black people and what she's gonna do for black people, she didn't even talk about black people. What the? But abortion.
Oh yeah, let's stick on that topic. Yeah.
The Democratic Party should not have focused on abortion. My stance on abortion was far Democratic.
You know what they were thinking? You know what they were thinking? They were thinking that if they focused on abortion and focusing on overturning what Trump had did, which Trump did not abolish abortion, he gave it to the states, which is what happened, which is actually wait. This is why we are losing rights. We're losing rights as we continue. Wait, let me finish.
You know when it happened though? No. You know when Roe v. Wade got passed?
Yeah, when?
During the Biden presidency. It was not during Trump presidency. Roe v. Wade got passed during Biden's turn.
Yeah, that's after Biden already put a bunch of Republicans in the Supreme Court.
No, you're talking about Trump put a bunch of Republicans.
Oh, yes, Trump into the Supreme Court. And that's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling people.
It happened a couple.
That's why I don't like people like you that didn't vote, because what
would have my vote done? My vote, it didn't matter if I voted for Kamala Harris or not.
Blue anyways.
It would have been blue anyways. Okay. In Minnesota, it did not matter.
At least you could have philosophically.
I couldn't vote. Biblically, I could not vote for Kamala Harris. She goes against everything that I truly believe in. Biblically.
Trump is also, you have to say Trump is also biblically against everything you believe in.
Facts. But with Trump, it wasn't about character. I mean, my problem with Trump was character.
Okay.
And when I look at a president, I'm not looking, when you're battling with two evils, that's why I can't look at character.
That's why I have so many Christians out there that are so happy that Trump won. They're like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
This girl that follows me on Instagram said that as soon as they won, they were singing, "How great is our God."
That's weird. No.
Sing with me, how great. Because after Trump won, she was posting, "Oh my gosh, look at the Trump, what God has done for." Listen to me. Trump, I'm not the author and finisher of our fate.
No.
But I would be surprised if I know where Trump is ending up.
Let's hope not.
I can't say. I'm not God. And God, please forgive me. I'm not condemning anybody. No. But if we should be honest, we kind of all know the kind of place that Trump might be.
No, because the people said the same thing in 2016. People had the same rhetoric in 2016. Same thought, same
People can change. People can change.
In 2016.
I will give Trump,
it didn't happen.
I will give Trump credit. What didn't happen?
Whatever, people were like, oh man, this is where we're gonna be. We're gonna go back.
Yeah, that's true.
It did not happen in 2020.
So wait. So this is the other thing I'm gonna say, right? I will give Trump kudos because when he won, he didn't speak badly on the other side.
He never was about the other side.
Listen, he didn't speak badly on the other side and things like that. But I think that is a strategy. That's his strategy.
Because it was never about the Democrats at the end of the day.
Shut up. Trump is a sore freaking loser. He told everybody to storm the Capitol after he lost. Don't give me that no higher ground. Trump is an idiot too.
When we lose, we're sore losers.
You're sore losers the whole day. As soon as when Pennsylvania was blue, Trump was already like, guys, they're stealing the election. They're stealing the election. Oh, no, there was no steal. It was fine. Yeah, when you win, there's no steal. But when you lose, they're stealing the election. They're stealing the election. Shut up. So that's it. So the thing with abortion, right? I believe this, that you should have autonomy to your body and your choices. Wait. You should have autonomy in choice. I don't believe somebody who said, grab him by the I don't believe somebody who said he would sleep with his own daughter. I don't believe somebody who would pay a P-star to sleep with him. I don't believe that person cares about women's bodies or women's rights. That's first of all. Okay. That's first of all, right? Yeah. So all those people saying how great is our God because Trump won. You guys are weirdos, and Trump is not pulling no Christian.
He's not.
No Christian
I don't know why
things.
people think that.
After 2020, when they were burning things down, Trump pulled the Bible from a hotel, stood and said, "When's the last time that man read a Bible? How many verses does that man know?
Look,
get out of here."
Okay.
This is the second wife. So that women should have autonomy to their own body. This is the only thing. This is my problem. things should not be overturned. The rights that women had back when my parents were back in the 60s, those rights are being overturned. People don't understand that our rights are in danger. Our rights are in danger. People needed to have voted this time because of the policies, because of the changes that can happen.
Look, I agree.
And the abortion thing, let me debunk Republicans and their thought process with abortion.
Okay.
First of all, you cannot abort a baby that's born already. Trump said during his debate with Kamala, or his debate with Joe Biden, babies are being born. Let me talk with my hands like he does. Babies are being born, and as soon as they pop out, they kill them. I saw something where they kill the babies. They're killing the babies at every year. At the 9-month period, they're killing the babies. I seen it with my own eyes. First of all, Trump, you're full of shit, and that's a lie.
Wait. But
you're full of shit, and that's a lie. That's murder.
Wait. Under the Harris administration.
Harris,
I believe, do not quote me on this, that their plan was that you could get an abortion at any time, at any term. It could be 0 months all the way up to 9 months. I don't know what Trump said. No.
That's not policy. You can't prove that.
That's what I was saying.
That's the rhetoric that was floating. But what is true is that isn't happening. That doesn't happen.
So then where are Democrats plugging?
That would have been a debate that would have happened within the House and the Senate, and they would have come to a decision. But listen, when it comes to for the thing of abortion, 2 women have already died because they weren't able to have abortions that were fatal to their own bodies and well-being. Right? Just because people say, oh, you can't justify, like the video you sent me, you can't justify the 1% for the 99%. Right?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm giving every life the same importance.
Yeah.
I'm not justifying, oh, you can't say it's only rape victims. If rape victims is only less than 1%. You can't say it's only just gestational period issues. That's only 1%. To me, every life is the same value. Every life is important. Every life is the same value. If somebody, regardless of their issue or regardless of what's going on, if they want to medically be able to have an abortion, that should be policy for them to do. That is with them, and that is their own thing to carry. Okay. Right? I believe that it should be a choice. That people believe that choice means that babies are just, give me your baby, I'm murdering. No. Choice is that you choose what you want to have done to your body. Your choice isn't, oh, please tell me what I should do with my body. Oh, please tell me what I should do with my body.
But that's the problem that's
Choice is that you choose. Choice doesn't mean that there's going to be more babies dying. Choice means that your people are going to choose. And that's what I just don't understand. Wait, let me finish the whole thing with my abortion. You'll get your chance. And the other thing with Republicans is that they believe in the babies. They believe loving the babies until the babies are born.
Until the baby is born.
As soon as the baby is pushed out, they said,
boom.
F them babies.
Boom. Okay, but you can say the same thing reverse.
Hold on.
You say the same thing reverse, though.
When it comes to funding our education so kids can have the best education, Republicans are nowhere to be found. When it comes to tightening gun laws so our kids don't get shot in the face during PE, Republicans are nowhere to be found. When it comes to giving more welfare to underfunded stuff so kids don't go to bed hungry, Republicans are nowhere to be found. After the baby is born, Republicans don't care. It doesn't matter. They just want as many babies out there doing whatever, however. Right? That's all they care about. They believe that they're doing by God's will. Oh, God would love me if I did this. What would Jesus do? What? Are you really loving your neighbor when you're telling your neighbor to go F themselves because, I'm gonna move away from this place because there's too many blacks. There's too many. Christian Republicans are probably the most judgmental people to ever exist.
All right, we're going past abortion.
But yeah, go ahead.
So, you hit on, let's talk about what you said with
choice.
Choice, but it was more of Republicans care about the baby before it's born, but not after.
Okay.
We can say the same thing about Democrats.
Go ahead.
Democrats don't care about the baby before it's born, but care about the baby after.
Which one's better?
I think both are equally just as important.
Democrats care about both.
No, they don't.
Because they're giving the lady a choice. They're not forcefully saying, you, come here, you're going to do this. They're giving them a choice.
I am not. And
how is that their fault when it's an individual choice?
Listen, when we talk about choice, when we talk about a married couple who is going through a tough time with giving birth and this baby could eventually kill her, that should be a choice. You should be able to abort a baby if a medical doctor is saying you need to abort this baby. This is a medically, like, if you have something in your knee and the doctor is saying, all right, there's not enough blood flow going from your thigh all the way down to your foot. We need to go in and save your leg.
Keep going,
right?
Keep going. Let's move on.
So doctors should be able to make that decision, say, all right, your health is in danger. We need to abort this baby.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's where I lie, where it's like I would be okay with aborting.
Congratulations, Hope. You're pro-choice.
I am, but look. No, I'm not.
That's a pro-choice.
No, I say only that circumstance.
No, because in states that are pro-life, that's not an issue. You're having that baby. Whether you die or you live, that baby is coming out.
But I'm not agreeing with that.
That means, okay, so that
I'm not agreeing with, I said this is my belief.
Even that little 1%, is pro-choice, bro. You can't have both.
Oh my goodness, yes you can. Because we talk about 99%. If you're a president, who are you? And you talk about the majority.
You can't have both, Hope.
Yes,
pro-choice is having both. Pro-life is not having a choice.
Look.
Pro-life.
Did I say I'm agreeing with whatever is happening right now?
Why are you, dude? Pick a side. Stop sitting in the middle.
How can I pick a side when both sides are stupid? How can I pick a side when both sides are stupid? You're gonna tell a woman who is about to die, who has 3 kids at home, that if she has this, she's gonna have to have this baby,
and if she has it, she's
gonna die. You gonna tell me that's what the Lord has called us to do?
Then you're pro-choice.
No, I'm not, because where my pro-choice lies is when you are having a kid and you can have this baby safely, and you choose to abort it for whatever circumstance. That is against God's will. That is 100% against God's will, and that is you becoming God. Because then now you're saying I have the power to give for death and life.
But you were also God with that lady, because you have the power to give death and life as well. Because that lady could die, and you're saving her life.
I am both pro-life when it really comes to the health of the woman, and when it really is like, all right, a medical doctor is saying, hey yo, like, madam, you are going to die if you have this baby.
Yeah.
And even some women, and
they still do it.
They still do it.
Brave women.
Brave women. And it's probably majority of Christian women who would die for their child, right? But when we're talking about the other 99%, nigga, because how the heck? Lord forgive me.
Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow.
How are black people going to say Black Lives Matter?
When the majority of
black babies are getting killed. That is an oxymoron. You say Black Lives Matter, and
gang violence is out there too.
And then you're going out here and aborting your black baby? You really don't mean Black Lives Matter. That is not Black Life mattering. Because if you really loved black life, you would keep black life. If you stop fornicating, they were talking about, oh, we're done having sex with our baby daddies. We're done having sex with all these men that voted. It's the choice. You get a choice. You do whatever you want. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? I think that if the law does come into place where it's like you can't get an abortion no matter what, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if there's a law where it's like you can't get abortion unless it meets these criteria, unless a medical doctor is actually examining you and saying you would die if you do not have this child, then I say you should have that child. You should have that child.
So it should be pro-choice with stipulations.
It should be pro-life with stipulations. Because it's just like, bro, what are we doing here? We're killing unborn babies. Is that really, because you don't think that you can take care of this child? Fuck what you. And I agree, people are not Christian and people are not going to walk in the ways of the Lord. But you are pretty much playing God. You are saying, God, For it talks about in the Bible, for I knew you before you were even in your mother's womb. For I know the numbers on your hair. I know the amount of numbers that you have on your head. And the nigga's gonna go into the abortion. Don't you think Planned Parenthood is happy when niggas walk in there? Isn't that sad to know that a company is thriving? A nigga is now living on a yacht because babies are dying. We talk about even in these lithium battery mining and whatnot. There are niggas right in the United States of America who are thriving off of babies dying. Who will walk a woman in there? You know what? If I was president, this is what I'm gonna do. Pro-choice, but you have to take a class. Sit in a class. Sit in what an abortion actually is. Sit in a 1 week, 3-day class. Have examined. Talk with women who have done abortions, who regretted it, and talk with women who have done abortions and who they're okay with it. And then from there, make your decision. But it's for this whole narrative, especially as
those are pro-choice narratives that you just mentioned as well.
But look, at the end of the day, I'm very much
because pro-lifers are.
I'm very much pro.
They don't care if your uncle did it to you. They don't care if nothing. You're having that baby.
I think, and this is the wild. When you read the scriptures, it says one of the worst sins. It didn't say the worst. It said one of the worst sins that you could ever do is sexual morality. Yeah. Because you are not only sinning against someone else, you're sinning against yourself.
And I think the rhetoric. I think we're both agreeing to a certain extent, because we're saying that there's levels to how, because even me too, that I am pro-choice, I'm not always thinking in the way that, I don't also believe in, I think pro-choice people, they're not heartless. They're not thinking about the children, right? They're just thinking about the circumstances of the people that are already here, the people that are going to suffer the most from it. Those are the things that we're thinking about. We're both thinking about people, but we're thinking about it in a different extent. Yeah. I think when it comes to Kamala,
I'm happy she lost. Congratulations.
I feel like
life is good.
Yeah, let's do closing remarks.
And don't vote. Don't go to try to do presidency again. We appreciate what you did.
Do you think Trump is going to step down 2028, or is going to try to keep going?
I don't care. I really don't care. All I know is thank you, Kamala, for what you've done. Thank you for
maybe it's good that you didn't vote, honestly.
For the American people. My vote wouldn't have freaking mattered. We were freaking blue. We ended up blue. What more would have my one vote mattered? We would have voted the Electoral College, the senators, and the
I hope you're correct in everything that you said.
Even if it was red, they would have voted blue.
No, I agree with that totally. But I hope in everything that you said, you're correct. Because now we have no choice.
Yeah. And you know what the Bible says? You actually have to obey what Trump says. It says in Romans 14 that the governing authorities have been placed because of God. And if Kamala would have won, you know what I would have said? That's who God wanted. And it's not that that's who God wanted, but that's who God appointed.
Yep. So things have been placed that are out of our control. This is my message to people.
We have to agree with it until what? Until it goes against what the Lord says.
Whatever. Trump won, and that's what it is. I think people need to take their time to grieve, but then after
grieve
that,
what, nigga?
after
grieve
that,
what?
What's wrong with you? Let's
grieve what?
We can grieve that we didn't.
Nigga, go to work in the morning.
It's like a sports
check
team.
the hell in.
Check
in. You got work in the morning. Go check in. Get out of here.
First of all, you have to understand that life is going to continue to move on.
Hopefully you don't.
Bills are always due on the first. All right, you still got to go out. You still got to work. Let's not try to take this defeat and hold it as malice. And hold this as violence and hold it as anger.
I didn't lose. I didn't vote. I didn't lose.
Exactly. That's why you can't even talk right now.
I can't.
Trump, what's it called? Trump won. So he's our president. We just got to take it the way that it is. And I think everybody, if you try to do the very best you can do for yourself, I think most of the time you will succeed. You will succeed.
Go educate yourself.
It is, we're the ones who voted for Kamala. The non-educated didn't. So we're pretty educated here. So I just want to say.
How'd that work out?
Well, a lot of uneducated people voted, so that's the problem. If everybody was educated, I'm pretty sure
it's funny.
It would look a little bit different.
It's funny that the hand you feed is the hand that bites you, ain't it?
The people that voted, the people have voted. The majority, because even Trump won the popular vote, because we can't even blame electoral. A lot of people wanted Trump to win, and
he won.
Majority rules. You know, we live in a democracy.
We'll
Let's see what happens.
Talk in the next 4 years and see if we're gonna say thank the Lord or whatnot. But you know what? We won't have Kamala Harris as president, which I'm thankful for.
Kamala, thank you for your service.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for what you've done.
Thank you for your service, Biden. Go take a nap.
Go take a nap.
You've done your work. 12 years. This man has been in politics for how many years?
He just sucks at
Good job, Biden. You can take a break. Hopefully we can get maybe Michelle Obama.
Hell,
Let me get Michelle on there.
Hell,
she already said she would never do it.
I wouldn't vote for her ass anytime. What the hell?
Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Whole Lotta Podcast.